Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to do the thumb around. This is the part one of the easier tricks to learn. It's a really good way to introduce pen spinning. It's a fundamental in pen spinning as you learn how to move the pen around a single finger um, in one rotation. So it's a really good fundamental trick to learn. Probably the best one to learn. So let's get right to it. The thumb round looks like this, normal speed. Kind of slower, it looks like this. It's really simple. Basically, the posture that you should have, the orientation you should have your fingers in, is basically kind of like this, kind of like a half a backwards R, I guess. You're going to want to put most of the weight away from your hand in this direction because you're going to need to have that weight cause a momentum to go around your thumb. So basically, what you do is you would want to push with your middle finger towards you, and that'll kind of get the pen to swing. You're going to want to get your index finger out of the way, and then once you push it, the pen should go around your thumb, and then you use your index finger to catch it. That's all there is to it. I know there's a few tips that some people will need to learn or should know. It's basically the fact that when most people try and do this, they try and like flick their wrist to get the motion going, but that's not what you want to do. First of all, you want to keep your wrist, your hand completely straight or still, because the only thing that is pushing the pen or acting upon it is your middle finger, because that's the pushing motion that we're creating. You do not need to flick your wrist like this and create a motion that's unneeded. Um, Secondly, your thumb should be completely straight up, or it doesn't have to be completely straight up. Like some people, it's fine if you have it a little bit tilted or something like that, but your thumb shouldn't be moving whatsoever. You don't want to bring your thumb down. I know some people think that they're doing it because they try and spin it. It kind of spins on top of their thumb, and then they kind of catch it. That's not actually a thumb around. That's called a thumb spin or something like that. I think that's what it's called. But that's not a thumb round. That's the issue. You want to keep your thumb completely straight because it needs to go around the thumb. Hence the name, thumb around. So be sure to just make sure you don't move your thumb whatsoever. You might move it a little. It's not that big of a deal, but for the most part, just keep it where it is. I know when I was trying to learn the thumb around, I remember someone told me try a scissoring motion, but not to like an extent that's like extreme or anything like that. Mostly the scissoring motion is basically the middle finger and thumb kind of like going like this a little bit, but not too much, and that actually did help me learn the thumb round. It's something that you guys can try, but it's not exactly something that might help everyone. But it definitely helped me in learning to do the thumb round. So one thing that you guys should probably know is that you don't want to try and learn the whole trick in one go, because it might be a little bit hard to do that because you might not get going around the thumb in one go, and then you're trying to catch it, and it kind of causes all this confusion with your hand because you're not used to using your hand in this way. So just try and learn it in steps. Basically, try and get this motion down. Don't bother with catching it. Just the one thing you should do is get your index finger out of the way and then just keep it still. Don't move it, because it's only it's only two motions. You do this and then this. Basically, it's the initiation of the pen going around and the catch. You're only moving twice. You're moving your hand twice. So just get the first part down where you move your index finger out of the way and you push with your thumb. If you could get that down and you see that the pen goes around your thumb and that's it, then you could probably learn how to finally catch the pen. Because right after that, you just have to initiate the second motion, which is after you do this, you catch. That's all there is to it. Basically, just kind of look at the slow mo. I'm gonna have put a slow mo in there. Um, it's it's not like I could teach you every single thing about it. I pretty much could just tell you tips and tricks on learning each pen trick, but I can't really do much other than that. I could just tell you all the things that I've seen because I've been teaching people how to pen spin, and I just see what they do wrong and what they try to do, and I tell them that it's not the right way to do it. So another problem I've seen, my hand isn't that bony. As you can see, it's kind of got some flesh on it. But I know one of my friends were actually really bony, and to the point where if they had their thumb like this, there's a bone that sticks out right here. And when they try to do the thumb round, it hits that bone. So you want to make sure that whenever you're doing your thumb round or trying to do the thumb round, you don't want to have this part out sticking out because I know some bony people might have that issue. So just the one way I know you could fix that is don't have your hand like too much like level parallel with the ground or table. You kind of want to keep your thumb straight up. That's what I was saying earlier. Keep your thumb straight up. That really does help you get the pen around because you don't want it to have it where it's just spinning on top. You want to actually go around your thumb. In order to do that, excuse me, you have to keep your thumb up. So basically, just keep repeating this. It's a very simple trick. It might take you a long time, mostly because it's the very first trick you're learning and you're new to pen spinning. But after some time, you'll eventually start to see that you're getting it. One thing I do want to tell you guys is the whole fact of you going to sleep and your brain actually processing what you've been doing. I know it might sound silly, but I've seen it work for myself plenty of times because I know that right before I go to sleep, I've been practicing how to do like a trick and I can't get it. But the moment I go to sleep and then I wake up the next day, I could do it a whole lot better than I did the day before. I might not be able to get it 100%, but at the very least, I've improved. And it's due to that whole like your brain keeps like trying to learn as you sleep or something like that. So just know that even if you can't do it like the night before, maybe tomorrow morning you might improve somehow. So just try and practice like constantly. You don't have to like sit down and do it, um, and just focus primarily on pen spinning. Pen spinning is a kind of the thing where you could learn it while doing other things. Like for me, I learned a lot of my tricks kind of just while surfing the web or watching videos. I kind of just to the side. I'm trying to practice my pen spinning, but so yeah, the thumb round, very easy. Once again, just push with your middle finger, keep your thumb straight. You'll have it go around. Be sure to bring um, your middle finger down far enough that way the pen could actually go above it. Because if you can see, it'll go above it. But then if you still have your middle finger right here, it'll hit your middle finger and it'll cause it to go. So the moment you do it, you push it, you need to bring your middle finger down a little just to get it out of the way. It's not that big of an issue. And then just have it swing. And then once you've mastered the whole like pushing it out of the way, just go ahead and try and learn the catch. You just gotta get the timing right. I'm going really slow because I know how to do pen spinning, or I know how to do the thumb round really well. So I could go like at any speed I want. For you guys, you might only be able to do it at one specific speed. So don't try and do it slow, because if you don't push it hard enough, it'll kind of just won't go anywhere whatsoever. But then if you do it too hard, it might just like fling out into the air or something like that. And so you just kind of want to control your the amount that you're pushing it. This is like the learning process. You don't exactly know how much to push, and that's what the whole deal is with having a lighter pen. You don't want to have a heavier pen, and you have to use a lot of strength in order to push the pen. That's bad because you're not very used to it, and your hands aren't as strong. So yeah, so that's the first trick that there is to learn. Next trick I'll be going over is the finger pads. Very simple. I think that's about it. Yeah. So just practice this over and over. Look at the slow mo. I'll put a slow mo here in this at the end. So just kind of look over, see what my hand does, and eventually it won't be very quick for you to learn it. It might be, it may not be, but just keep practicing it. Like I said before, it's just a lot of patience to it. And if you haven't seen my previous video, It's about what exactly pen spinning is and some things you should know about pen spinning and getting the right pens for you to learn to pen spin. So that's about it. So see you guys later.